Hey, good morning, guys. It's now time for the Okeechobee Fishing Report. It is Monday, June the 22nd. Lake level still hovering about 11 feet, 11 feet above sea level. And, it's shallow water. You got to be very, very careful while you're out there. And I got asked a question the other day, where do I think that the best fishing is going to be this week on Lake Okeechobee? Well, I've been fishing the Rim Canal. Been fishing a lot of little areas where you had depressions. And those areas are kind of, I don't know why they're winding down a little bit. They're getting a lot more pressure than they were. But there's a big area that's really, really not getting any attention. And back years ago, we had a FLW tournament in the wintertime, and Kevin Van Dam finished second in that tournament. David Fritz actually won the tournament in the football field, throwing a deeper crankbait, even though the water was down. I think you can do that now. But I really think that big area out there on the ship channel. Now, here's the thing about the Intercoastal Waterway. It was dredged out. You've got all those spoil islands up on the left going out toward the water tank, and there's fish on those. They're not everywhere. You got to go till you find them. You got to put in a lot of time. You got to cover a lot of water. Find you a good search bait, whether it be a chatterbait or your lipless bait. I've been throwing that pawpaw a lot. That would work good out there. And cover a lot of water. But the ship channel, actually, the edges of it don't get the pressure that even the spoil islands get. And I caught a few fish out there at Marker 5, which is that buoy that's way out. That's where that reef actually starts and goes. Actually, it don't start right there. It actually runs through the ship channel and comes out on the other side, and it's the same reef. That very seldom does that ever get touched. But I think if you start, say at 9B, that's the marker. It'll be a red marker on the right. Now think about this. Years ago, the pepper grass ran all the way out to 9A. Folks, that's way out in the lake. Years ago, we had grass, pepper grass, growing all the way out to 9A. We shiner fished that a lot. A lot of guys would anchor on that 9A marker right there on the pepper grass line. And I think there's a little rock jetty right there that sticks out a little bit. Something to that. But bottom line is, there's miles of really good fishable water, but you got to cover a lot of water. Now, if you had forward-facing sonar, could you go